Today, I received 4 PMs regarding a comment made in the comment section of the video, EuphoricImpact, vaguely hates disagreement. My immediate response was, people are entitled to their own opinion. However, after presenting that very statement in a response PM, I was requested to expand upon my thoughts, so I will. When you make a video that does not praise another, but that investigates components of cognition content, you are going to receive belligerent comments, a plethora of cognitive distortions, false claims, and people attempting to diagnose you with an illness. The most common insult is to label one as suffering from narcissism. This is commonplace with many people. Either you grow a thick skin and you deal with it, or you go home. People who pay attention to detail know when one is in need for admiration, affirmation, or project an exceptional interest in themselves. Falsely labeling another just places you in the land of intellectual fail, shines the light on your envy, magnifies your peculiar behavioral attributes, and exposes your insecurities. When one, however, accuses you of engaging in racially based double standards and provides no evidence, it amounts to verbal fodder. Let's examine what a racial double standard is not. It is not a comment that is racially insensitive or merely offends you. Yet, inappropriate public rituals of incorrectly denouncing another is sure to occur, as cyber-fawning dependents and fanboys jump on the bandwagon. The object is to produce some painful emotion or guilt. This does not bother me. People are slow to figure this out. These individuals are not interested in knowing what a racial double standard is. They just want to see you wear the scarlet letter of shame. A racial double standard is when you take any racial group or ethnicity and apply a strict moral code to one more than another. Let's sidestep race and just speak about double standards as it relates to religious folk and an anti-theist like myself. On the left side of you stands Kevin, an energetic anti-theist who enjoys being outspoken about his thoughts regarding religion. He is careful to be exact in his speech and not to use fallacies when addressing religious doctrine. No matter his attention to detail and actual actions, he is characterized as a bigoted, sarcastic drum beater. On your right is Michael, a proud Christian that enjoys being outspoken about the evils of atheism and anti-theism. He is pleasured by telling people it is either God's way or the highway to hell. He loves his sweeping generalizations and all-or-nothing thinking. He is portrayed as employing righteous indignation, and don't you know he is God's foot soldier. He has to be in the right because he functions within the moral dictates of the church. Do you get it? All you have to do is add the racial component and it becomes clear. We can see some elements of this playing out when we observe real-life occurrences. Tawana Brawley, Brawley. Do you remember her? At the time of her case, she was a 15-year-old young black lady who claimed that she had been assaulted and raped by 6 white men. She went on to say some of them were police officers. Her claim was later found to be fraudulent. Now enters Al the Perm Sharpton. He accused, without evidence, a New York prosecutor of being one of the men involved. Boy, that was brilliant. The prosecutor later was awarded $345,000 in a defamation suit. Sharpton, who is a minister, refused to submit to the Christian tenets, and he didn't apologize. It was not okay for the young black lady to say what she did. She knew what she was doing, and I do not make any excuses for her. But I can understand how the general public would be more forgiving due to her youth. Yet, Sharpton, to this day, is held in high regard from many people despite his behavior. I don't think that would be the case if tables were turned, but I may be wrong. This action shows that some prominent black people can indulge in very questionable behavior without any real concern for being called to account. I personally think it has more to do with finances versus race. Many saw this as being strictly about race. Though he received a slap on the wrist, he didn't even pay his fine. A friend did that for him. We can see that politically incorrect actions and possibly tainted ethnic attitudes remain the unforgivable sin. Though I think it is more sinful for a middle class or poor person than a wealthy individual in America. I also think that racial double standards are more viciously addressed in the middle class and poor. Let's face it, people are people, and some will use whatever edge they may have in order to cover their ass while promoting foul behavior. You can see how this contributes to the racial double standard. For my critics that label me as one who employs a racial double standard, I would like you to show evidence where I played the race card. Show that I attempted to garner white racial guilt. Show that I once asked or demanded preferential treatment or entitlements for blacks. I do not encourage dependency off of the tit of white establishment. Show me where I attempted to employ racial innocence and moral superiority of my genetics. No matter what some blacks do to improve the nature of their own personal being in America and contribute to the improvement of humankind's general condition, there will always be some people, not exclusively white, mind you, that will claim blacks take no personal responsibility for their negative, self-destructing behavior. Yet, I do not see them admitting to their own. Obviously, this critic never viewed any of my videos in full where I was addressing black people. They claim that the majority of blacks want to receive benefits due to another's hard work. Doesn't that take the cake? It is really easy to mislabel another group in order to elevate your own sense of importance instead of showing evidence. How cowardly of you. I have also been accused of keeping my position so vague that no one can be certain enough of it and to challenge it. Oh, this is bullshit. And this is something that K Kilo 34 has said, of course. There have been many people who have viewed my videos, asked questions of me, and were capable of understanding where I stand. Each video produced provides a piece of what I stand for. My channel is flooded with information regarding what I stand for. My challenge to you, my critics, is to find a video or comment not taken out of context and prove I am unwilling to make my position known, or that I purposefully present a vague veneer to keep my audience in the dark. People will claim whatever they want. The world is full of fumbling, irrational, dim-witted, insensitive, irritating people. However, I trust the vast majority of my subscribers and other lucid people will employ discernment when entering my world via my YouTube videos. On the positive side, I would like to read a comment made on the comment section of my video, Racial Crusaders and the Human Stain of Deceit. This comment was made by a YouTuber known as The True Ray, a very wise woman. She says, "My problem with these types of altercations or debates is the lack of considering the fact that each person by design, whether in thinking or in actions, is programmed by what their normal is, and normal is in quotes, which is designed by personalities that we follow. Personality is changeable. The indication that it is a colored issue disturbs me. It has nothing to do with skin color or race. A much deeper issue exists. Integrity, values, honesty. I injected the word exist. She had a very valid point. Maybe some of us can learn from her wisdom. Thank you for listening.